So I saw the Digital Trends made a video trying to explain filmmaker mode. Now, I'm not here to bash or attack Digital Trends, but I will say if you have to make a video explaining that there's nothing wrong with your TV because of a mode that you put it in, you probably want to abandon that mode. Because if the general consensus is that it doesn't look good, so much to the point where people think there's something wrong with the TV, there's a disconnect. There's a failure somewhere, right? Now, again, much to what a lot of people are saying, again, filmmaker mode is literally an impossibility right now. Not everybody processes the same. Not everybody has the same kind of panels, pushing the same brightness, the same color, etc. Filmmaker mode claiming that they can just toggle a switch and make it all magic and it's all director's intent is ridiculous. All it does is apply a jaundiced looking filter that washes out color, that destroys brightness, and removes all processing of any kind whatsoever, including the good kind. Now, another thing is, much to what people were saying, yes, wrong, 120 is divisible by 24 equaling 5. So yes, as everyone is saying, there's a lot of stuff to kind of correct in this. The biggest one is that filmmaker mode has a place. As most people are saying, they don't like it. It's not a thing. People don't like it at all. Now, again, to what other people are saying, HDR was not explained in the video at all. And again, I've explained HDR versus SDR many times. HDR is the biggest gimmick we have ever seen in our lifetime. It's inconsistent. There is no standard. The list goes on. The point being, everything that purists like and surround themselves around, it's basically outdated looking. Your TV looks no different than some old 720p TV from back in the day. Very, very low color saturation, very low brightness, wrapped in film grain with extremely juddery image quality. Why? Honest to goodness, why buy a brand new TV if you're going to do that to yourself? That is an honest question. I haven't met a soul alive able to answer that, because all the picture processing tools of every single manufacturer means that we have the ability to get the picture that we know to be accurate. Machines don't always get it right. A machine can tell you that a TV is reference accurate, but you look at a shade of yellow, for example, and it looks very highlighter yellow, very green in its hue and in its tonality. That is incorrect, especially if you're looking at a field of flowers. I've never seen a field of flowers with highlighter yellow colors, but in the filmmaker mode, picture processing, that's what will happen. Neon looking green grass, where it, again, is overly green. It doesn't have enough cold temperature coming into the grass, giving that almost bluish hue that mixes with the green. So you also have to know a fair bit about how colors mix together too, to understand where TVs are going wrong. See, this is why I always tell you that even though you're watching somebody with a lot of numbers, these numbers are impressive. 2,700 plus likes, 44,000 views. That does not mean that they always know what they are talking about. Hence, many of you are issuing corrections on this video and asking for the video to be corrected. The reality of the situation is we're all human. We are all subject to make mistakes. I get that. The problem that I have is a lot of the people with the biggest clout kind of stand on that reputation, don't get the knowledge about these TVs, how they work, to a point of being able to be the authority while issuing videos that kind of suggest that they know what they're talking about as an authority would. Now, I'm making this video for one simple purpose. Just to tell everybody, nothing's wrong with you. You're not crazy. You're not out of your mind. Those TVs are not supposed to be dim, washed out, and lifeless when you pay $3,000, $2,000, $1,500, $700, the list goes on. Okay, for these TVs that have filmmaker mode in them. Filmmaker mode is supposed to look beautiful. I don't know where these TV manufacturers get off thinking everything washed out and defeating all processing, making it a blurry, juddery mess is great, but that's their vision. Their vision is not our vision as consumers, and I think once we start to realize that we are not in a cinema, okay, and we are not looking for some old, outdated look, I think maybe then we can kind of move forward. Because I'm sorry, I didn't pay next to $3,000 for Quantum OLED just to be told, hey, your Quantum OLED is going to be washed out to look like a TV from the 90s. I would never buy a Quantum OLED for that. I would literally just go to my local pawn shop and buy a TV from the 90s if I wanted it to look like that, and literally save thousands of dollars, paying what could only be no more than $100 for a television at a pawn shop. That's outdated as hell. So again, There's nothing wrong with you. HDR is trash. Filmmaker mode is trash. The people championing them, making excuses for them, like in this video, trying to justify its position. I can just simply say this. It has no place in the consumer market. We are not commercial movie theaters. We don't want the look of something that is washed out, and we don't watch TV in caves. I think, yeah, you should just kind of call it purist mode, as a template. But that's basically it, because I'm telling you right now, anybody with a pair of eyes will see filmmaker mode in HDR 9 times out of 10 and turn it off. That is the vast majority of consumers I have ever run to in the 9.5 years doing this, and it is going to continue to be the case. But that being said, let me know what you think about filmmaker mode and HDR in the comments down below. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.